Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today's going to be my first ever meal prep video, so hopefully it's not too awkward, but I wanted to show you guys a little bit of what I do. So I'm going to start by getting the slow cooker liner put in my crock pot because I'm going to be making some Hawaiian barbecue chicken. The chicken mixture is 0 points because all it is boneless, skinless chicken breast, pineapple, the G. Hughes barbecue sauce, and onions. So I'm going to go ahead and get most of that in there, but I'm not going to add the pineapples until later. I did make a mistake by leaving the chicken breast frozen. It ended up much more liquidy than I wanted, and I would definitely change that in the future. And look at this huge piece of chicken. I didn't use that because I was scared it wouldn't get done, but I'm going to go ahead and get this started. I'm going to put it on high for 4 hours, and I'm going to shred it halfway through. I'm not counting any points for the G. Hughes barbecue sauce because I used 1/4 cup of it and then I added just a little bit later on. I really don't use a lot of it whenever I'm using that. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut up another onion as well as a bell pepper because I'm going to make some turkey tacos for the week. So all I'm going to do today is just prep the taco meat. So the turkey and the onions and the peppers, I like to put that in with my turkey. So I'm just chopping these up so that I can have taco meat on hand for the week, and I can eat those in the Great Value tortilla shells for 2 points each, I believe, or I can use the Olay Extreme Wellness fiber tortillas, which are only 1 point each. And I am a rebel on the Weight Watchers Freestyle program. I use 97% fat-free turkey, and I just make sure to drain it, and I do count that as 0. I know some people don't. Please don't hate me for it. It's been working for me, hasn't caused any problems, so that's what I'm doing. While my turkey meat is thawing out, I'm going to go ahead and get started on my breakfast for the week. I'm going to pre-make some breakfast sandwiches. I use the Great Value English muffins. They're super cheap and they're only 3 points each, so that's pretty good. This week I decided to do a egg, Canadian bacon, and cheese sandwich. And I prefer to just bake my eggs and then I use a cup to cut them out. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. I did add a few splashes of milk, but since this serving of scrambled eggs, I guess, will be served on 7 different servings. Wow, that sounds so weird. I'm not counting the milk as any points because it's such a small amount. So I will go ahead and put my oven on 350, and usually by the time it warms up to 350, the eggs are actually done. So it's pretty simple and it's super quick. It makes it a whole lot easier. The Canadian bacon that I'm going to be using is the Jones Farm Canadian bacon, I believe. You can buy it at Walmart. And you can have 3 slices of this for 1 point, or you can have 1 slice of this for 0 points. And I found that 1 slice was enough on my sandwiches, so that made them only 4 points instead of, 5 or 6 points each. So I think this is a great alternative. The cheese that I'll be using for my breakfast sandwiches is just the normal Velveeta slices. These are only 1 point each, and it's really good. So I love that it's 1 point. If you have 2 slices though, it does bump it up to 3 points. So there's that. Once everything is done, I have to make sure and let it cool before I put my sandwiches together. But I just happen to have this cup that's like the exact same size as the English muffins, so it works out really good. Then I'm gonna just wrap some of them up. So a few of them I wrap in paper towel because I will leave them in the fridge for a few days, but most of them I will put in the freezer. I ended up having 7 out of this whole thing that I cooked. So I just added all my stuff on there. The eggs came out really thin because I couldn't find my smaller pan, so I added multiple layers of eggs, and these turned out super good. So I just wrap them up, and I use the bag that the muffins come in to keep them in the freezer. And all I do when I'm ready to eat one is I will put it in the fridge the day before, and then when I'm ready that morning, I'll just take it out and heat it up for about 60 seconds. And it's honestly delicious. It is just as good as fast food or any other, frozen breakfast sandwich that you could get, except it's only 4 points each. So I really like this, and I think I'm going to be doing it again the coming week. So now that that's done, back to the tacos. My turkey meat is almost thawed out, so I'm going to go ahead and saute my onions and peppers. So I have 1 onion and 1 bell pepper. When I have it on hand, I do like to add more than that, but this is fine. So I use the McCormick taco seasoning. I do not count this as any points. And then I also like to add some cumin and some, chili powder. So I like to add that to the vegetables while they're sauteing so that they can be in it and everything. And then once the meat is thawed out, I'll be able to add that in there. So it has now been 2 hours, and it's time to pull out this chicken and shred it up. I wanted to have like pulled barbecue chicken. Like I said, it turned out much more liquefied than what I anticipated, so that kind of sucked, but it was still okay through the week. I'll just know better next time. P.S. I cannot shred chicken. I can't stand the forks against each other and on the plate. Ugh, I just can't do it. So those are not my hairy arms. Those are my husband's. And I'm going to go ahead and add in my pineapple chunks now. So back to my tacos. I'm able to add in my turkey meat now, and I'm just going to get that going. I'm going to add the rest of the packet of taco seasoning, and I'm going to add a little bit of water in there so that it can simmer, but I will do all of that once it's browned. So here we are doing that. Now that the taco meat is browned and all the seasoning is added, we just have to pretty much let it simmer. So I'm going to move on to some snacks. First, I'm going to cut up a bunch of strawberries. I tend to buy berries and then never cut them, and so they get molded and everything. So while I was prepping, I really wanted to be able to have snacks on hand this week. So I went ahead and did some of those. Another thing that I like to do ahead of time is cut the slices for my lemon water. So I just go ahead and cut up my lemon because I love to have lemon water throughout the week, especially before weigh-in, and I put it in my little container. I also sliced up some apples so that I could have them either by themselves this week or with some of the Jif Whips peanut butter. And I added some lemon juice to those to hopefully stop the browning, and it did help a little bit. So here I am. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of the Jif Whips, which is 2 points, to one of the containers, and I decided to have the other ones by themselves. Now, my husband can eat lemons like it's nothing. Here he is. He doesn't even make a face. I don't get it. Okay, back to meal prepping. So I wanted some steamed broccoli to go with my pulled barbecue Hawaiian chicken. So I have this huge bag, which is only $5, and it honestly makes so much broccoli. I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning to this with some olive oil, the spray olive oil, so that it's 0 points. And I'm adding some steak seasoning and the regular Mrs. Dash, like the table blend. I really love that seasoning. I'm also going to make a little bit of white rice to go with that. For some other snacks, I love mini pretzels, so I'm going to count out 16 per container, which is 2 points worth. And then I'm going to add one of the Happy Farms cheeses. These are 1 point each, and these are from Aldi. They're much more affordable than Laughing Cow. Now my chicken is done, my rice is done, so I'm going to go ahead and get everything in the containers. I'm only adding 1/4 cup of rice to mine, so it's only going to be 1 point, and then I probably will have a slice of Velveeta cheese with the broccoli, which will be another point. So my entire lunch this week will be only 2 points, which is awesome because I'm having a lot of tacos for dinner since I prepped the taco meat. But believe it or not, if you're not on Weight Watchers, you may not know, tacos to me are super, super Weight Watcher friendly. I have them several times a month, I'm pretty sure, just because they're so easy, so convenient, and so delicious. So that's what I'll be doing. You guys have seen my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner, which would be the tacos. And I also showed you guys some snacks, so hopefully this can give you some ideas or inspire you a little bit. I do have a link in the description. If you want to try the Weight Watchers Freestyle program, you can get a month for free, and I'll get a month as well. It's not sponsored at all. Everybody just has that link. But that is it. I will also link my meal prep containers and stuff like that, relevant stuff in the description box for you guys. And I hope you like this video. If you're into Weight Watchers Freestyle or plus size fashion, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything. And I will see you guys in my next video.